as stated before, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. In this lecture, I will be teaching you guys and showing you how I was able to catch basically the top of the USD JPY move all the way to these lows right here. And I didn't need to hold over here, but this is the monthly draw that I called out earlier in the video that you will see. You guys will be able to see my thoughts and analysis beforehand while the market is live, what I was thinking here, what I was thinking as I was managing it, all the way down to the low right here where I took profit. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys how I use CRT to capture this entire move. A new Discord, and my Telegram is linked in my bio. I have big things coming up as I'm going to make my consistent return to YouTube. How I plan to catch the monthly candle wick high. CPI is usually our manipulation for the monthly candle. As you can see, we have no manipulation really for the monthly candle. Planning on catching it all the way down. We just met our manipulation now, right? If you look at it, we've just been ranging. This is how I plan to catch it all the way down. Catching this weekly wick CPI to catch it all the way down. It's pretty simple. Taking my 30-minute change state of delivery. CRT all the way to the lows. Simple like that. UJ, short bias, completing the monthly CRT. If you didn't notice that. So yeah, we aiming for those lows. So that's what I'm looking for. And because I'm looking for that, I'm gonna catch the most expansive move down. PPI will help us expand lower or I get stopped out. Simple as that. But I believe this is the top indicator that this is gonna be our high. Made at 11. Alright. Or you could say on the 4-hour, the 9 o'clock candle. Right? Taking the rejection block, which is a lower time frame order block. You could partial, of course, your first partial could be here. It's around 3R, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I might just do it at the as we cross the range high, right? But as soon as we get to here, I'm putting stop to break even. Simple as that. We close below, it's gonna be nice. I can get in early, aggressively, right here. Or I could wait for the 1 hour, which is something I might do. I think I might do that. Just to play it completely safe, because this 1 hour close is also 2 hour close. And if we close below here, then that'll tell me all I need to know. And I'm playing it safe with the higher time frame. So yeah. The delivery, of course, this would be the trade breakdown. So this is how you see how I navigate through my trades, right? I'm requiring a change state of delivery on the higher time frame. I'm requiring a down close candle on this 4 hour and this 2 hour, along with a change state of delivery on this 1 hour, to ensure that I'm on the right side of the market, and that because especially I'm going kind of not counter trend, but this is picking the top of the market, 154.79. This is the topping indicator. What I'm going to, as you can see, what I'm expecting out of price, I'm demanding certain things, right? I'm demanding certain things out of price. So the same way we're waiting for this 30-minute order block change of state of delivery is the same way it's aligning with my 1 hour change of state of delivery. Is the same way it's aligning with my 2 hour closure into a rejection block, taking a higher time frame model 3, lower time frame model 1. Same way I'm picking the top of the correct daily profile, the correct day of week off of the news driver to ensure that I am on the correct side, right? So I'm doing all these things and I'm letting time play its course, because I know, okay, if this happens, I have a high probability of it going to equilibrium with this candle, then to the low of this candle, and then we could potentially get some Asia movement down to this low here, or we could actually see an OTE offered, or we shoot straight down with PPI, right? And that's if I see this bearish signature, because what I'm looking at then, right, is on the 6 hour, I'm looking at us going into this key level, this order block with this fair value gap, right, going down, which is aligning with a daily order block, which is aligning with a weekly order flow, right? Like if I go, well, if I take you to the weekly, aligning with this, which is in the movement with our monthly candle CRT, which if we also look, we are in the 60 premium. We're just reaching to premium one last time as a KOD before going to these lows, right? So of course we got this gigantic manipulation, but all of that stipulation here, and you can see offering even a deep OTE is expected before going and confirming that we are going to go to these lows. So this is how I pick my setups, and if I'm on the chart, so I'm allowed to be on the charts and I'm not just placing a limit entry, this is how I go and seek these high RR setups, which could potentially lead me to 15R, right? Which I don't even have to hold all the way through. I could take it down when it's here, I could take it down to here or here. It really depends, but because I have such good risk parameters and because the setup looks good, this is how I'm enacting it through. And this should play out exactly as how I want it to, right? This is our CRT candle, open, high, low, close, open, low, high, close. Then we got an open, high, low, close, which are 4 hour open, high, low, close. So now we're just playing off of basically our rejection block here, which is our 1 hour order block. Like I said, it's really simple, just like that. Straight to the point. We got exactly what we wanted to see. So now, unless price comes here, my limit stays here, and that's exactly how I'm gonna be treating price. Got my alert set, got my limit set, and then we just see either price can stop me out or price can go to my break even. And then if I get to my break even, I'll probably partial somewhere around here or something like that. We shall see. But that's honestly what price could do, or price could not do that. It's all up to what it wants. I've done my analysis, I've done my trades. I'm calling this as the top, and then price really shouldn't do much for the rest of the day, right? We got our open. We're trading the open, high, low, close of the daily candle, but that doesn't matter because we're trading the open, high, low, close of the weekly candle, right? I don't know if we'll dump all the way down and flip the weekly reverse, but I want us to come down here, right? Reverse it a little bit, and then the next week OTE expand. Or we do get that, and then we just continue to expand lower. And if so, these draws should be very, very, very easy once we start getting to here. So that's the top called by me. 154.795 should not get traded back to, and I am looking to go all the way down to 148.640. So I will update you guys. I don't think I'll update you guys when I get entered. I'll update you guys if I get stopped or if it hits my break even. We're starting to fall off pretty nicely, right? If we look at our 12 hour, we close below here. This is our new daily open. If you look up the daily, which price could obviously just do no manipulation and continue straight down. We just have to see how price acts. Well, this could be an open, low, and I partial here. I go to break even, and then if we get stopped out, we still win money, right? But if you look at the 6 hour, we're playing in our 6 hour range. 4 hour, right? We're playing in our 4 hour range. And then just 1 hour, it made sense. So we should be gonna get a fall off. We're starting to pick up volatility due to the fact that it is also an Asia pair. So we should see price start to fall off nicely down to these lows, and then after it falls down to these lows, continue to fall down, hopefully for a nice like 18R. Right, I apologize if there's any further background noise. I know I said I'll up you guys when it gets to here. We haven't gotten down here overnight. Last time I talked to you guys, it was right here. Then we got this deep OTE here, which would have scared out traders of going out into the trade. But of course, all I know is that that's an OTE. If we look into the 1 hour, right, we get this huge close up, and that would usually scare a trader out the trade, especially when it opens and it highs. As you can see, if you look at the bodies, especially it's respecting OTE, and all it's doing is just finding a PD array, which rejection block, right? Which you can say rejection block is a lower time frame order block, which it is, but also wicks are gaps. So if you look on the 15-minute, it's filling a fair value gap. So after that, that becomes an intermediate term high, in which I can trail my stop after OTE. But what I'm actually going to do here is, due to the fact that we have PPI, I'm at risk of it shooting up and Thursday just absolutely continuing after reaching around previous day's equilibrium, right? So because of this, I'm going to make sure that my position is protected, and I'm going to move my stop to break even, because I wouldn't want to see price continue to show any signs of bullishness if I am correct in topping this reversal. I'm going to provide a little update on the trade. I'm getting out. I've already been out on my other account here, but that was by force. And then I'm getting out here at this low for my other account. Of course, I could hold to here, but there's no point because I would have already hit 10% by here, which would pass the account. So obviously this doll is gonna get hit, called, and I told you all the framework why when I was right here. I caught, basically, if we were to pull our price range tool out, I'm floating around 319 pips, gonna catch 330, but we'll just round it up and say I caught 360 pips. A 360 pip move, right? You don't catch that every so often without the right framework and waiting for a great trade to set up. This is the only clean trade, relatively clean trade, other than GU and EU last week, that I saw that I was like, I'm going to hold. And as you can see, I haven't taken any partials along this bleeding line down. Price usually doesn't even offer this good of a thing. Sometimes it retraces, but it should just eventually dump to this. That's basically how. There's nothing really much left to say. Key level turtle soup narrative, and it's not because there's a PD array here. It's not because there's a turtle soup here. It's not because there's a turtle soup at this high here. None of that matters without the framework and logic and narrative and reasons on why price should go to a specific way and the time elements in which price should go to that specific place. Trump speaks at 9 o'clock. As you can see here, price is literally kind of floating around and almost like edging my take profit, right? What might happen is, I don't believe that we'll retrace all the way to OT of here. I think that's just a little unrealistic, right? But what price may do, as you can see here, is that price may go and continue on forth to create this KOD potential range, right? And because of this, price may use this as a propeller with the daily fair value gap as a propeller to go price down. We have news 5 o'clock for JPY at 6:50 actually. Then Trump is supposed to speak at 9 o'clock. So during this time, so price could be very interesting. We shall see. I currently don't expect price to. We have a high, low, higher, high, lower, low, right? Price honestly may return to this breaker, but I don't expect it to. I prefer that it doesn't retrace this high into my position, right? But because of this clear one, we can tell that this high here, ITL, which is also within the breaker, this fair value gap is a breakaway, which should not be touched. And if we mark this out on the higher time frame, we have the exact one that we're looking for on the 6 hour as well. So that's exactly how I'm looking at it. And I don't want to see price honestly retrace to there, especially being so close to this and then to these. Price, as I've called it before, is going from here to here. And being fully transparent, during these couple of days, this led to even emotions to me as a trader. But of course I didn't take a partial, I did a hold. I said I was gonna do what I was gonna do, and I held it down to around here or somewhere here. So I needed to pass. Did it fully pass. I'm like $100 away. Could have held it to this low, but I was being impatient. But around 355, 360 pips were caught. As you can see, I called it, and price should start running and gunning towards this low now, which is the agenda for it. Now this, you can see, was a KOD that formed in price, right? Which is kind of weird, only off the fact that it wasn't able to take this. If we were able to get into this high, it was a daily fair value gap, and that would have made more sense because that would have made Tuesday our high week. But once you recognize the signatures in price, and price was in a hurry, you can see price went and it's now flushing towards this low, right? It's just flushing every single, it's just down close after down close after down close. So yeah, that's basically how I caught the move from here to here.